Remember all the times when your parents told you that video games were a waste of time and you should go outside and play with your friends, go get some fresh air, maybe make friends because you don't have any in the first place? I'm sure that we've all heard that in our lives, and if you haven't heard that, then you, sir, are a very lucky person and you have the best parents in the world. I've asked that to myself because I've had a few friends in the past where they have had the kind of lifestyles where their parents didn't want them to watch TV, or their parents didn't even have any video game systems for them to play or any video games, and this person might not even know what a video game is because they have just been deprived of so many things in their childhood. Now, in this particular case, my friend actually was a person that you would see normally. This person had really good grades in school. They were on the honor roll basically all the time. Basically, they were just a star student, but they have never really heard of a video game in their entire life. And I was just astonished. Okay, I may be going overboard with that never heard of a video game in their entire life thing, but they just never owned any video games and never really played them unless it was at a friend's house, which was kind of weird to me. You know, they weren't all in tune with the video game stuff. They had no clue about a lot of things, but you know, you get the idea. So it made me think, because I was basically, you know, the average C student, maybe, you know, mostly D, but the point is, I wasn't getting those high grades, and I wish that I was, but, you know, me, and I just played video games most of the time, and, you know, even though I was supposed to be doing my homework, even though I was supposed to be studying, when I don't even remember studying in high school whatsoever, but I just think, like, where could I have been if I didn't play video games? Was that really what wasted a lot of my time? But instead of me going into the whole idea of, oh, I could have been studying, I could have been reading books, I could have been doing all these other things besides playing games, I'm going to go more in depth as in what parts of video games may be time wasters, because there's a lot of things that we do in games that could be very time consuming in a bad way or in a good way. And first, let me start off with the bad. Some people can argue and say that video games are a waste of time because of how lengthy the game is and how the developers may be trying to fit this really cool story into this game, and you get so into it, it's so in depth. Like, for instance, The Last of Us, you know, that's a very in-depth game, you know, it's basically about the story for the most part. I mean, gameplay is really cool too, but if you play it, most likely you're going to get in tune with the story and you're really going to be interested in what's going on. And some people can actually say that most of those story games are games that could be watched in a movie for maybe 2 or 3 hours instead of playing it in a game for 8 to 10 to 15 hours in length. And you know how that's spread out. I mean, you could play it in one sitting, and you know, good for you if you actually do, but you know, most likely you want to spread it out across a couple of days, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you know, and it's just gonna be, you know, like sort of time consuming in a way. The next thing has to do with achievements and missions in a game where you know that you have something to do, and most of the time it's like this mission that may be even a side mission, maybe not going along with the story mode of the game or whatever, and you might just say to yourself, hey, let me do this just to pass the time or waste the time. And there's also achievement hunters, people that look for achievements in games and are trying their best to get every little bit out of that game. They just squeeze the life out of it, even that one little trophy that's like, beat the hardest game mode, going through this 10-hour game, don't even die once, don't use any health packs, don't do shit, and, you know, do all that, and you get a trophy, you get an achievement, and it's what people strive for, and it's what people basically spend their lives doing. And I'm not that person. I mean, I like my trophies, I like my achievements, but, you know, if you like that, you know, some people might see it as a waste of time. I'm like, you know, the better for you. If you want to do that, go ahead, that's your thing, I don't even care. Finally, there can be an argument that says that games aren't as productive as other things you can be doing with your time. Like, even going outside for a walk can be somewhat seen as productive to some people. Like, you know, you might be able to see a person on the street and make friends with them. You might be able to, you know, just so happen to yeah, no productivity with games. That's the final point. I mean, personally, I cannot really say that all those points are very valid. And even if you can ask a lot of people, like, why wouldn't I play a game? They could say some of these things, but there's so many counter arguments against that you can't really say that any of those make any logical sense. So for example, you can say to somebody with the whole productivity thing, if somebody's saying like, dude, why are you playing games? Why are you doing this when you could be out there trying to do something more and talk to people and go outside and do other things? Well, you son of a bitch, I'm doing something with my life, something that I enjoy doing. I like to play video games, and I have this entertainment in front of me. I mean, fuck, there's people that sit around all day just watching TV, and there's people that legitimately watch movies and nothing but movies each and every day, all day. And you don't say anything to them about what they do, but you know, it's apparently so bad when somebody watches, you know, or plays a video game, and that's what you're focusing on, not anybody else. I mean, honestly, as a whole, when it comes to video games, it's just one of those things where you entertain yourself. It's a form of media that entertains yourself. Everybody entertains themselves in some sort of way or another, and that's just one way to do it. I mean, hell, why are you watching this video right now? Because you want to entertain yourself. Hopefully you are entertained. If not, then I'm not doing my job. But still, you're watching this video because, hell, you got bored or you just wanted to watch it. Why are you playing a video game? Because I want to play it. And, you know, you don't want me to play it, right? You want me to go do something else in my life. Do something like what? I mean, if there's a game I've been looking forward to for months, and I had my eyes set on this game, I had my mind set on playing this game, playing nothing but this game for days at a time, and not have any human contact, and guess what? If that makes me happy, that's what I want to do, that's my life, then what are you going to say about it? Is it a waste of time? I mean, honestly, some people think that a lot of other things in their life are not a waste of time when they actually can be seen as a huge waste of time. Like, take this for example, if you have a girl, right, and this girl just so happens to want to paint her nails twice a day, each and every day of the week. To me, that sounds like a huge waste of time because most likely you don't need to do it that often. However, to her, that just might be her entertainment. That might be something that she enjoys doing. Am I going to question it? No. I'm going to think that it's pretty odd, but if she wants to do it and that's what makes her happy, then go ahead, be my guest. And moving on from entertainment as a whole, you also have this idea of stress and tension relief in your life. I mean, people go through lots and lots of stressful shit in their lives every single day. They face lots of tensions and they feel extremely exhausted, and sometimes they just need a release of all that tension, frustration, and stress. Video games could be that release. And if anyone in the world tries to argue against something that, I don't know, relieves stress and says that this is a waste of time, I don't know what to say to that person, because anything that relieves stress, anything that gets rid of any type of stressful vibe within someone, that's a good thing. It's never a bad thing to get rid of stress. It's always a good thing to get rid of stress, in my opinion. And seriously, who the hell is going to argue against that? Who the hell is going to say, like, oh, you can't play video games, it's a fucking waste of time? Well, no, if it's my stress relief, you damn well know it's not going to be a waste of time. Otherwise, I'd be kicking your ass right now because I'd be so fucking stressed out. And then finally, there's that argument saying that instead of playing games, instead of sitting here playing games, you know what you could be doing? You could be going out there and communicating with people, connecting with people, making friends with people. Yeah, I could be. I could be doing that. But, I could also do that while playing a game online with friends, and also possibly making new friends, and, you know, trash talking them, making new enemies maybe. Who knows? But the options are so wide. I mean, have you been on the internet lately? Have you seen the possibilities of making friends on the internet? I mean, you can just go on Facebook, make an account, and just post pictures, add people as a friend. If they add you, then guess what? You made a new friend. It's all the power of the internet. And you can do that within video games. You just sit there, got your controller in your hand, playing a game like Titanfall, for example, and you know, you're on your mic, you're talking to people, communicating with your team and everything, and it's a really fun, nice experience to have. And even for those of you who might be saying that those people who sit in their parents' basements all day on their computer with their mouse in their hand playing World of Warcraft, well, it just so happens that those people may be connecting with their clan, maybe gathering their elves and their dwarves, and I have no idea what the hell is in World of Warcraft because I've never played that a day in my life, but you get the idea. They might be communicating with people, talking to them, making online friends. I mean, hell, you've heard the stories. I mean, people have made relationships happen just over WoW. Like, how do you do that? I have no clue, but they have done it, and it's really cool. And if you can make a relationship on WoW, then you can definitely make friends on WoW, because guess what? What better friends are there to have than people that have the same exact interests as you, where you can meet up with them online and be able to talk to them, communicate with them, and do things with them no matter how far away from them you may be, because you are able to connect with them each and every night, whatever you want, actually talk to them. It's just the power of the internet. You get the idea. So I'm going to ask this again. Are video games a waste of time? In my opinion, hell no, they're not. I mean, if you say video games are a waste of time, then you can say a lot of things that could be seen as useful could be also a waste of time. It's all about what you enjoy personally and what you think is going to be beneficial to your time. Because I can also turn this around and say, is watching anime a waste of time? I mean, obviously not, because you might like the anime a lot, and that's not a waste of time at all. If you enjoy it, go ahead and do it. It's your thing. It's what you want to do. And if you're really into it, and if you want to spend your time doing this thing, and you're happy doing this thing, then go ahead and do it. It's not a waste of time. But if you have other things to do, and you know you need to do them, you should probably get down to doing them and not spend too much of your time on other things when you have more important things to worry about in your life. So go ahead and keep perusing through YouTube and watch more videos, preferably my videos. I'd love that very much. If you're really going to play a game, then go play a game. Don't ask anybody jack shit about anything. Don't listen to anybody about anything. Just go ahead and play that damn game. And really, don't forget to just enjoy yourself. So guys, thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And this is me, NextLevelOtaku, saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.